Back again.
Back at it.
Brad, bad, and sad
show. Wow, we've never harmonized like that before.
We nailed it that time.
That was beautiful.
2018 is really pulling together.
It is. Everything is coming together.
Our vocal energies.
All the hemispheres are colliding.
Right now, the internet completely is disagreeing, but don't kill our joy.
We just broke the internet.
Don't kill our joy. So, we are now in the great country of Brazil, which I actually lived in for a couple of years.
He did.
But I've never been to this location, which is Brasilia, the famous Brasilia, which is the capital of the country, and famous for its Oscar Niemeyer architecture, which pretty much kind of master planned most of the city. So, this is the Cathedral of Brasilia, and what a winner it is.
It is.
What a cutie.
This thing is nuts. I mean, is that a whale? I don't know. It's like it has such an organic presence. You know, it's almost like I can't even believe. What are those things called? Those water potatoes?
Cow dung
that they have. That they have in Florida. They kind of like they're in the water.
Oh, a manatee.
A manatee.
Yeah.
It's got this kind of like strange manatee, even duck-billed platypus feel.
Yeah, it looks like a manatee's kind of coming home from work, and he's like,
exactly.
He's like heading home to the little. He lives in a Christmas ornament, because he's got style and spirit. So he's like coming home from a hard day at work, and I think he went to work and he's so drunk from going out with his other buddies. It's like when you pass out in the driveway, you get all the way home.
You don't make it all the way to go. You don't. Yep.
He's like stopped in the driveway. He's like,
it's almost like he fell asleep in the car. Yeah, that's rough.
Well, he had a good time.
It does. Well, it's kind of like a car too. It's got those two little
his little feet?
Square wheels. It's like a car with square, and then it also reminds you of like a pill. It's like a drug pill or some sort of pharmaceutical that somehow shrank into like a lozenge.
That you forgot about like 20 years later. You're like, oh. And it's like decompressed into this like weird lima bean kind of thing.
It's a great...
You're like, is this expired?
Lozenge.
Lozenge.
You ask it.
Yeah.
I always ask my
pills. Are you
they've expired?
Looking for the expiration date on this thing.
There's not one on every pill, is there? There should be.
Gotta be. Come on now.
Yeah.
FDA, do your job.
I mean, it's true. Well, it's really about the combination of these two things. That's what.
They're an unlikely pair. They're an odd couple, aren't they?
They're definitely an odd couple.
One's all spiky and groovy and tall and glorious, and the other one's all kind of
like
flat and lumpy.
Yeah, you can see
kind
it
of
like
slow.
A low rider car.
Yeah.
Low rider. And that other one. I mean, what kind of music is that? It's like some.
Oh, he's into disco for sure. He's into
disco and Christmas.
He's into
Christmas disco.
Yeah, totally. The best kind of disco. I think he's into like Italo disco, which is like synth poppy disco-y kind of like groovy stuff.
More.
Yeah, he's wild. Like he would look great on top of a Christmas tree, or like he looks like something you would use in a game where you would like some kind of awesome spin the bottle.
Oh, like a top, almost like a dreidel or something.
It's like group sex spin the bottle. Where you like
points
just point to everybody, point to you, and
like, it's group sex again. Every time we all have to make out, and none of them care because that's why they came there anyway. They're like, I love this game.
It's an orgiatron. Buy now at Kmart and Toys R Us.
That's the one throat lozenge that doesn't want to have sex with anybody.
Yeah.
Just randomly showed up. Don't choose me.
I'm not in this time, guys.
No.
He is kind of an Eeyore, isn't he?
I'm just gonna. Yeah, he's a total ER. I'm just gonna watch.
I do like his pudgy little feet.
No, they're hilarious.
His little block legs.
They look like they're brick or something. And this other thing looks dirty in a weird way. It almost. I mean, I'm assuming this is built in the 70s.
Oh, it's still before that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It seems like he inspired the 70s.
It's like 40s or 50s.
Oh, exciting. Well, he definitely got there a lot earlier than everybody else did.
Yeah, no, he was definitely a pioneer, innovator for sure. Now the dirty part you're talking about almost looks like a really kind of rad mid-century speaker. This looks like a sort of like killer.
That thing could be a speaker.
Tabletop.
It's just like playing music to earth.
This is the Bose wave radio of its day that just like projected. It's like an amazing subwoofer that just went in all directions.
That's the tweeter. The throat lozenge is the tweeter.
Okay.
It's the woofer and the tweeter.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, interesting. That's killer.
We should make a speaker.
Who do you think it's trying to talk to with that satellite tower at the top there? It's got
The
like
aliens or God.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it a cross?
It is a cross. I guess you're right.
It's
trying to talk to the big man.
It's trying to talk to the big being. And then it looks like there's some like whoop-de-doo in between there. You see that sort of like, it almost looks like a strange spiral ramp.
I see. That's kind of holding it all together on the top. Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of looks like that's the handshake between the two of them. That's how they get along.
It looks like one of those cardboard pieces that comes in something that you buy. You get out of the box and they put something in just to keep it from rattling around and breaking. Yeah. It's like someone hasn't pulled that piece out yet. They just left it in. You know people who like won't unwrap things completely because
there's a whole culture online, isn't there?
Well, like if they buy a TV, they won't take the saran wrap off or whatever.
Oh,
the cellophane. Yeah.
I was thinking of that whole thing on YouTube that you just watch someone else open something.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't own the thing, but you just watch them
unboxing,
open it,
unboxing videos.
Like, I am taking the tape off now.
Yeah.
I am taking.
I never thought about that as a fetish. That's kind of funny.
It is a fetish.
That's cool,
isn't it?
Yeah, the other part about the sort of the elements that look dirty, kind of speaker-ish, it's almost like there's like a camouflage thing that's developed over time where there's these kind of like green...
Well, there's this whole other almost like graphic that seems to be happening. And then there's like the weird speaker grid. Mm-hmm. That looks like there's a bird.
It's a mesh.
Yeah, it's got to be a mesh.
Oh, there is a bird mid-flight.
Is that... Yeah, it's like a...
He's heading for the manatee's mouth.
Exactly.
Change course, buddy.
Fly like an eagle.
Straight into the heart of darkness.
To the manatee.
Straight into the heart of darkness.
Now, what is the manatee? Is that confession or something in there? Because I mean, I'm assuming.
Oh, like what is it practically?
Yeah.
I think it's some kind of ornamental entryway that wraps you down into the church, into the cathedral.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I made that up.
Sounds good. I would like to transition through a massive throat lozenge before I become spiritual in a church.
Totally.
And the fact that it's so far away.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, that's the entrance? It's way over there.
Yeah, I definitely want to play with this thing. This definitely looks
like... No, it has a sort of like small feel.
This looks like the kind of thing that you would buy for like a kid as a gift, and they'd open it up and get really excited about it because it looks so playful and fun, but then you wouldn't know what to do with it. You're like...
Yeah. But then it doesn't do anything.
And then you're like, well, what do I do with it? Like, do I spin it? Do I throw it at my brother? Do I sit on it?
Do I kill my sister with it?
Do I ride it to the park? Does this teach me something about life?
It's almost like that thing they always show Trump sort of opening and closing. That weird like ball that gets big and small or something.
Oh, it's like a,
Yeah, it's like this little kind of
like accordion kind of thing?
Yeah, because it can be like this big or this big. But it almost has that feeling, but then it doesn't look like it's going to change shape or even transform.
Oh, like when you make snow angels when you're a kid, you cut out the pattern and then pull them out and put them back in.
Totally.
Yeah. I wonder what happens in that little saucer thing that you saw there in the top. I wonder what happens in the dark areas between those.
Yeah.
It's like little
maybe
windows.
It almost looks like there's bells in each one of those.
Could be. Or there could be little trolls that just kind of like live up there. And every night they slide.
You always think there's little trolls.
Yeah, they slide down those little.
They just climb on and just slide down backwards.
They all take a boomerang.
And they
go out and they.
But what about the weird disc on the top? It feels like that's sort of like half baked. It's just this big flat thing. It does
kind of feel like he sort of like...
He kind of like, he had to go home that night.
That's like purely structural.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Otherwise known as purely bummer.
Pure bummer.
Pure bummer.
Bummer summer.
Sorry, structural engineers. I know that's not always the case. Okay. So if we had to rate this little charmer, this brasileiro, what would we...
I mean...
Where are you going to roll?
I'm going to say rad. I mean, this thing is insane.
I think you had a pretty good time with this guy.
It's nuts.
I mean, if you guys just had a first date, I think you're probably going to go on the second one.
Yeah,
probably do a follow-up.
Especially being the throat lozenge.
You do have a cough. That's right.
It's true. After this, I'm going to eat that building.
Internet bend the little six who do not breathe.
I apologize. Yeah, don't breathe the internet.
Directly on this.
Have a throat losage.
On this video. Yeah. have a lozenge instead. Okay, so you're going to go rad.
What are you going to say?
I must be curmudgeonly. I'm going to go mid-ground as well on this one. I'm going to say sad. It's definitely not bad. I like it a lot, but by my sort of favorite standard bench, I think I'm going to go middle ground, somewhere in the middle. So
yeah, my rad is not really like the top shelf rad, but I just feel like it's not a sad.
Yeah, you're flexible in your. That's good. That's nice. We got to have one hard ass and one guy who gives a gold star to everybody.
Have you seen his ass? It's hard. Hard as a rock.
Thank you. Spread the word, internet. No. All right, over and out. Rad, bad, and sad show.